get everything shared out, and we can start audio and content.
Is that me?
Yeah, dude, those mics are so sensitive to shit like that.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh. Oh, yeah.
I am my boy Michael Boney. What's up, Michael?
What's up, Michael?
Let me get in here and do this. And change this name. I wish that there were, and I'm sure there is a way. Oh, by the way, the OBS.
Is that what you use now?
Nah, that's what I use when I do just solo talks out of the computer. Mm-hmm. But obviously the Mevo works better for guests. But yeah, the OBS is a really cool system. I've been doing that shit pretty regularly when I do just like random streams talking about the swatting and all the other bullshit with that here lately. Just like chatting with the YouTube subscribers, which has gone up drastically since the last time you guys were here. When you were here. Yeah, man.
So it just automatically is titled Live from Mevo. Subscribe.
Yeah, I know that there's a way to change that, but what can you do?
Hopefully that's not the SWAT team coming back.
Oh, it's not. I recognize that vehicle. Dude, but Jesus. And there's not going to be anything they can do about it. The more I think about it, it's just impossible. It's just impossible to figure out who did this shit. And the headphones are probably a little... the headphones are probably a little louder than the actual output is. That's pretty awesome.
Make that a little bit funkier if we slow it down.
So it has like a speed knob.
Yeah, it's like basically if there was a drum machine built into like a Game Boy. But
that's pretty insane.
The thing that I don't like about it is that they made it so weird and experimental looking by just leaving it like an open circuit board.
Yeah.
That it could easily just get cracked in half. They sell a,
put something around.
A third party makes a case for like $30. So it makes it so you basically have to buy that.
So explain to the good viewers what this is.
Oh, is this coming through the stream?
We're coming through the stream, yeah.
Well, I hope it's not clipping.
No, you're good. It's not even close.
This is just a dope little drum machine.
You can also have it through here a little bit more.
The PO12 made by Teenage Engineering. My beautiful girlfriend Ruthie Guthrie just recently got this on her trip abroad.
How did that go?
I heard it was great. There was some weird stuff that went down. I guess I can cut the intro music. How have you been, man?
I've been good, man. I've been really good. The YouTube's been going well. The podcast is like reaching new heights. We've been ranked within the 30s and 20s
Of
like tens of thousands on Podomatic for like
Podomatic.
Yeah, this decided to upload through, and a lot of like bigger podcasts upload through Podomatic because they run your website. They run everything. Like I upload it to one place and they broadcast it to. I don't have to.
So are
like,
you on the
RSS
Apple
feed.
Podcast app?
Apple Podcast app, Spotify, Google Play, Castbox.
That's awesome. I use Apple Podcasts like all the time, every day.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the that's the one. That's the one to use.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that everybody is just they're trying to mimic Apple.
Spotify's trying to get in the podcast game, I think.
Yeah, well, I uploaded my podcast to Spotify like a year ago, and I just got in like last month.
What? Really?
Yeah, and I know for musicians, Spotify is not ideal. What's up, Divin? How's it going out there?
It takes like a week to get it up there, though. It doesn't take very long.
Yeah, it's just I wonder. Like I know for musicians that streaming and like this stuff might not be as good for them financially. But for podcasts where there's no like real money involved, like
Yeah.
you don't charge people for the content. Like I don't see there being that much of a problem because I get credited on Podomatic as a stream anytime, just like a download.
Yeah.
So I get the same amount of credit for either.
Well, the Spotify thing, I mean, to me it all depends on what you put into your album or whatever you're streaming on Spotify.
Yeah.
Like for me, obviously I don't have a lot of experience. I've only ever uploaded 6 songs to Spotify. But I mean, we put in a lot of work, but we didn't put in a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
I don't. Whatever money Spotify gives us off the top, like I just recently checked it, and since August it's made like $20.
Yeah.
And I mean that's just I just look at that as like that's I didn't put that much in that I feel like I need to get a return on.
You're trying to further yourself.
I've already got a return on any
That's
work
cool.
and money that I put into that music. But like a lot of people are in a lot different scenarios where they put in like a bunch of money. And
Yeah.
like,
That's one thing where and by the way, we're live on audio now. Before we go further, Brother Connor Mills, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. We ended up
Good to be
having,
back.
Yeah, good to have you, man. We ended up having a discussions in the band where we're like, let's do this and this money and this money and this money, and I'm like, how about this? How about we just come to my house, record a real album? Not, I mean, it doesn't have to be. Listen, think of the best albums of all time. Like the trained ear can hear mistakes all through the greatest albums of all time. Like things that people did wrong and they just left them there because it was real, and it altered how the thing sounded. And I'm like, dude, just let's do that. Like the equipment that we have right here is probably better than that of what a lot of the band like in the 50s and 60s had. So why not let's just do that? Save all of the money in like other stuff. That way anything we get is profit. And I know that that's not like a different way to think about music. Really, you just want to release good music. But
yeah,
when you're trying to do it as a business, it takes that kind of mind.
Yeah, being like a DIY band that has a bunch of this gear already, it's like, might as well just take advantage of the resources that you've already got.
Exactly.
Like, of course, we could all pool our money into getting a couple $1,000 and go into a real studio in a city nearby, but that's just like, I don't know, it seems kind of ridiculous.
Exactly. And not only that, because
unless you know the person that runs the studio,
for
and
sure.
like, it's a producer situation where like someone specific is producing it and like,
exactly.
It's all set up like for a reason, And the reason why guys have those kind of studios is because like they love recording music.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not because they're trying to like make a bunch of money on a studio,
That's
I find that like the best ones
sure.
are like that, in this day
I think
and
so
age.
too. I think so too. Like I really believe that people put too much stock and I see you out there, Jalen. How's it going? People put too much stock in going and having a particular sound. I guess like because every producer is there's let me say this right. There's very few producers that will make you sound like you and try to pull you out of yourself.
Well,
rather, they want to
great-
make you sound like what they, all
Well,
of
that's
their
what
artists.
that's what they say that great producers do.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
they find a way to make your voice sound
Yes.
even more authentic while
Exactly.
also putting their own
Yes.
ideals or whatever on it. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, and there's a few guys that I really love. Like we recorded a little EP with Ed Dennis, and Ed plays guitar with us. Ed plays guitar with us a lot, and he's a very good musician, and he kind of knows us, and he's played enough with us to figure out like what we have going on. But I just anytime that I record something with anybody, I'm always find myself listening to it and being like, I kind of want to do this differently, and not being able to. And I really want that power to say the least. I just really want the power to be able to like if I hear something that I think, oh, this needs to
could have been better, you mean?
yeah.
Oh, like you've worked with someone who you didn't spend enough time, you feel like, on the project?
Yes. Like I've done stuff where I was just like, okay, this is good. I mean, this will work.
And then you're listening to it later like, damn, I wish I probably could have
Yeah.
spent more time on that.
Yeah, exactly. Or just honestly, like maybe I want to like I hear something like that I know that only I hear, but I hear it, and I'm just like, okay, I want to do this differently, and I don't have the power to do that because I don't have the masters and I don't have
and you
each
don't,
track to go through and like
and
I
you don't know
where
how
this-
to edit the files and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Man, if you ever want to work on some stuff, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
you know where my studio is at. Right?
Oh yeah, you're behind Clockers, right?
Oh, well, don't tell everybody.
Oh, is it not supposed to be?
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's right. It's right around the back gate.
Oh, nice. But yeah, man. Secrets exposed.
I'm just kidding.
Spoilers.
I'm just kidding.
Spoilers.
It's behind. If you say behind Clockers, that's vague enough.
Well, nobody knows where Clockers is.
Yeah, except all them thousands of people that pass it on the highway every day.
All them hoodlums.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the stuff that you guys have done because I've seen like you guys go live a lot. Well, not live a lot.
Not a
but
lot.
like,
I'm trying to though, man. I would love to like do a podcast / live show.
Dude, everybody should have one.
Everyone
Everybody
should
should
have
have one.
Yeah, and like having music performance too be a big part of it.
Yeah, now that's the one thing that not a lot of them utilize. And when I was talking about OBS a while ago and I do the solo talks, I'm usually just sitting here with a guitar. Like I'm finger picking like the whole time that I'm like,
And with an acoustic?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't even have to worry about mics or anything.
nope. I'm just literally like sitting here like leaning back. And I mean, these mics are pretty good to pick up like even back here.
Or well, you can just use one of these and play
Yeah.
guitar and sing.
Yeah, that's usually what I do, and I just mix myself because I'm in my headphones, and I it's easy to mix yourself when it's just you. But I do that a lot, and I've not a lot of people utilize live music in the podcast thing, and it's because you're a musician that would only make sense.
It would, yeah. I feel like that could, since I don't have any experience podcasting, and we should do it. Once I get it started, you'll be the first guest.
I would love to. That would be an honor. Recording and get swatted. No, Abby. No, Abby. We're not getting swatted today.
What does that mean?
It's just the YouTubers are they've been around for the whole swatting situation and just recording and get swatted.
Oh, getting swatted. So that's like your terminology.
Apparently I didn't know this term. I've used it a shitload now since I've learned it, but I didn't know this term until one of my best friends is a Horry County cop, and I called him
After
right
the
after
situation.
after it happened, and he was like, "Oh, you got swatted," and I was like,
Getting swatted. Like it's that
Okay.
casual of a thing.
"Yeah." Like apparently it happens a couple times a month in Myrtle Beach.
Just random people.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's what the criminal investigator that came in and sat right there and told me, yeah, this is just a regular thing that happens in Myrtle Beach a couple times a month.
Did they bust you for anything?
No.
They didn't even care?
No.
No.
They said, we're not here for that. I said, we don't care. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah, why would they? I mean, you're in your own fucking house.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I believe, what up, Jamie Deluxe in the house?
Oh, shit. What's up, Jamie? I was saying, I don't know you personally, but I've watched your live streams before.
I appreciate you sharing it, Jamie.
Great work, Jamie.
And Jamie says, I know him. Yeah, Jamie, you need to do some work with this guy here.
Yeah,
Killer musician,
we should,
monster.
I'm a fan.
Absolutely.
I'll leave it at that.
Well done, brother Jamie. Appreciate the share. Absolutely, we can all day. Smoke the weeds all day, Jamie. We know what time it is.
We know what time it is.
We know what time it is. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know me either. He says. But yeah, it's really interesting how we were just talking about the podcast and being like just new to getting into the game, like you in the last year and me in like the last few,
yeah,
or last couple, honestly. Not
as just a casual fan, and you as a starting off this thing, which is taking off.
Yeah, it's doing really well, and honestly, the whole like swatting situation has done nothing but
the swatting situation is great for content, man. You got so much to talk about.
I put that in my blog last night. Like I was like, and by the way, on the website, I'm going to drop a link to the website here in the chat. I have a blog now that I've been adding to every day, and I've really been good about like actually doing it every day, but just like in the first like couple weeks of doing the podcast, I was like really worried about. There we go. There's a link to the podcast. Yeah, Jamie's drinking Kratom now. I heard Rogan talking about a Kratom yesterday.
There was a guy that said that it should be pronounced Kratom.
Kratom.
Yes.
What's up, Smitty?
That's closer to the, what's up, Smitty? Great painting down at the pit.
Yeah.
It's fucking badass.
He's doing pretty good, man.
They should put that on a t-shirt.
I think they might.
They should.
I think, honestly, you can get those on t-shirts. Smitty, drop a link in the chat of your store.
That would be awesome. If there was some tie-in with the pit, that would be mutually beneficial, I feel like.
I heard it, yeah.
I love that painting.
That's what they say. It's disgusting, but it works, Jamie. But yeah. What's the what was what were we just talking about before I started thinking about
getting swatted, man?
Oh yeah. Well,
are there people who might not know what getting swatted means?
I don't. Not on this podcast. Maybe if there's anybody that might watch this that has not seen any episode before, getting swatted is when someone is streaming live. And someone finds their address somehow and calls the cops and sends the cops to their house, and that usually ends like not well, not well at all. jpaulsmith.art. Go there and you can probably get a T-shirt for any painting that he's released. Yeah, he painted this Hank Williams for me.
That's our brother Smitty.
Yep.
Put that in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, the Hiram.
That's
Hiram
Smitty.
King Williams.
What was that URL? Okay.
jpaulsmith.art.
Yeah, but so you're saying that the SWAT situation was because of your live streaming?
Yes, 100%. And it's usually for gamers. Like it's usually something that gamers do.
So that they can beat them in the game?
Yeah. Yeah. So like somebody gets pissed off, like they lose. Like if they get beat in the game and they like get all butthurt about it, then they're gonna call 911 or call whatever. They couldn't call 911 because that would just direct them to wherever they
call
were.
Like the local police and give them this address and say, this person has done whatever violent crimes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like this person has, and it's always the same thing. Like if you go in,
Jesus.
on Wikipedia and just Wikipedia swatting, it says like yeah, I just shot my wife in the face. I think I'm gonna shoot someone else soon, and that's like the entire dialogue. And that's exactly what this guy said. Now, whoever got me, and I know that you guys have probably heard this story a bunch, but whoever got me got somebody in Statesville, North Carolina as well.
The same person?
Yeah, they found out that it was the same person just because of his voice,
Jeez.
Just they linked the voice together, and
Wow. Well, that doesn't turn me off.
yeah, well,
I still want to live stream.
dude, right? That's what I said. I was like, and I said that in the blog last night. You guys can read. You guys can read the blog from the link I posted earlier in the chat. But it's like if your goal was to freak out my neighbors and my guest who has a family and kids, and just probably the first thing he saw was a gun coming around the corner.
That.
They probably did that. They really did. They freaked out my neighbors because my first thing was I just opened the door and see the cops there. So that's my first introduction to it. So I see a cop before I see a gun. Like, my guest didn't see that, My guest didn't see that. Like, he didn't see everything that I saw to begin with. I'm pretty sure he just saw a gun coming around the corner and was like, Don't fucking shoot me. So if your goal was whoever did this, and I'm sure that they've watched the episode, they could be watching now. I don't fucking know, but
maybe they're your biggest fan.
They could fucking be. But yeah, whoever did that. All right, Jamie, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Whoever did it was like, if they were trying to freak me out, they did the exact opposite. Because one, I'm not skittish. I don't scare easily. Mm-hmm. And later, Smitty. I'm just not scared of shit like that. That doesn't freak out. Well, I thought the cops needed my help. So I walk outside, and obviously that's exactly what it was. They needed my help for something. Somebody had said that they had shot their wife in my house, or that I had shot my wife. And I'm like, dude, first off, maybe one day, if she deserves it. Maybe one day you'll
have a wife to shoot.
Yeah, maybe one day if she deserves it. But no, there's no wife. There's not. I can't make jokes about this anymore. I told Adam I have a get out of jail free card now. So like, just come knock on my house and shoot your wife in the face. Be like, no. Dead wife laying behind me.
You already know how to handle that situation.
Yeah.
You've got experience.
Yeah.
You'd be like, man, again with this.
Yeah, right. Artillery. It's pretty funny, but yeah, it's like, I don't get it. I don't get why it was me, because I don't have, like, at the time of getting swatted, I had like, I think 250 followers, 240, 50 followers, something like that. Mm-hmm. And like, I've got almost 270 now. Like, I've upped my followers by 20 on YouTube, mm-hmm. and like on Twitter and all of the other aspects of social media, which I'm just recently utilizing. Like,
dude, YouTube's where it's at.
Yes, it is. Now YouTube, I've been trying to utilize a lot of it for a while, but as far as the other social medias, I've not been so good with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm getting a little better with it.
Yeah, I kind of wish with this whole, like, veil being lifted of like Facebook's nefarious use of data, I really wish that people would just stop, like en masse, like young people. If a lot of young people deleted their accounts or stopped going on Facebook, or I wish it would kind of just MySpace off. And then
it'll probably do that.
Instagram and Twitter, which Instagram's already owned by Facebook, so they're still making a piece of the pie.
Oh yeah.
People just switch to Instagram, and YouTube, I feel like, is like now more of a social. They're like embracing more of the social aspect on the app.
Exactly.
So if people, and I'm not saying that YouTube is any better as far as using people's data, but I am saying that it's a better platform.
I think so too.
For this,
I enjoy it. Like the most, there was a time when Facebook, was the breadwinner as far as the most,
because it's got everything.
Yeah,
it's got all the things.
Yeah, exactly. You could do everything that anything else does all in one place. But
All in one
as
place.
far as like all of my like communication, I would say, like I got most of my communication from Facebook. Now I'm noticing that like Instagram and Twitter is almost is my Instagram and my Twitter are almost getting as prevalent as my Facebook page is. And I'm using it less and less. Like I'm spending a lot less time on Facebook and a lot more time on you. Because I mean, I can chat right now with people like watching this and have conversations about this thing. And this I understand you can do that with Facebook, but Facebook literally took all of the best parts of everything else and just utilized it. But and getting back to the other part, like I'm realizing now that having this I don't know, having this world to utilize that I haven't been yet is really good. Like really good for the podcast. Like I didn't fuck with Twitter. I never really fucked with Instagram other than for myself. But
yeah, well, like the thing about Facebook, I feel like it's like all of them, like you just said, all put into one. Like YouTube is obviously the best for video.
Oh yeah,
Instagram's obviously the best for photos. And then it's like Twitter. I mean, that's where you just go to rant. But too many people are just let loose on Facebook. There's no there's no limit to how many paragraphs you can write. That's just, I mean, there's so many people in the world. Some of it's just insane, and people shouldn't be able to just pour. I mean, I guess it's good for some people to vent. I don't know, man. It's just like a weird. I try to stay off it, and it's just like realizing.
Oh yeah.
Realizing the commerce that like goes on there.
Yeah,
and the conversation is just like, I don't know. It just seems bad, man.
Yeah,
it's like cancer to society.
You'll see somebody's name and you'll know exactly what the post is going to be about.
Right. Yeah.
Like I see somebody's name and I'm like, this is going to be about one or two things, and I'm like, I don't care about the political stuff, man. I'm right down the middle. I don't fall on either side of that coin. But
there's a difference between that and like hate.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing hate
exactly
for people, no matter what side they're on,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is there that much hate? Why is there that much of a need for you to talk shit about something that you don't understand? And that's really all it is people talking shit about something they don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about
a
lot of that stuff.
Absolutely.
There is a few things that I've looked into that I will claim to know something about, but that's only if I do.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, and people are just talking or saying so much negative shit about a race of people and just so comfortable with showing the world how racist they are, and that's just not. I see that so much.
There's a lot of that on Facebook.
Yeah. I see a pretty good bit of it
because
everywhere.
People are just talking to the people there for their friends, most of whom are probably like them, and agree with them.
I think that's the problem too. Is too many people find it easy to just follow the things that they agree with. Most of pop culture perpetuates hate and division intentionally.
Who said that?
Artillery Bear. I wouldn't completely disagree with that.
Most of pop culture?
Yeah.
Most of pop culture does what?
Perpetuates hate and division intentionally. I don't know if it's as much pop culture as it is like
man.
As much pop culture as it is the.
Who said that?
One Artillery Bear, one of my YouTubers.
Oh, one of your YouTubers.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if I agree with that.
I agree with it to a certain extent.
Intentionally. I mean, I feel like there definitely is some of that.
Yeah, and maybe it's. I think from the higher ups. Here's as conspiracy driven as I'll go. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I do believe that there is an agenda. There is an agenda that's being pushed, and if you don't fit this particular agenda, then you're not part of the club, or you're not part of who they. You're not part of the shit. How do I say this? Like, if you don't fit their particular agenda, then you're doing it wrong. Then you're not to be listened to, or your opinion is void if you don't fit a certain opinion. And I don't think that that's right. But when in my case, instead of it being that I don't agree with your opinion, should automatically mean that you have the opposite opinion, which is not true with me either. Because it's almost like, so if you don't denounce this person or if you don't support this person, then then you're obviously the opposite. And
yeah, that's wrong, man.
That's wrong.
That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. Like it's just that's not correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's easy when you put it out like that.
Yeah.
And then when you get into specific cases, people are like,
yeah,
you know, you're a fucking racist, sexist,
yes, exactly,
bigot, whatever, you know, insert name for the situation. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just something to navigate. But I don't know. I don't know that thing that the guy said about pop culture. It's possible. I mean, that could be part of the reason why we're seeing all this.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
I was also thinking about Facebook. You know, I was thinking about deleting my account, and then I was like, oh well, I get in touch with so many people like in the music world through Messenger.
Yeah.
But then I really thought about it, and it's like, man, anyone who's your Facebook friend can call your phone on Messenger.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Without your number.
Without your phone number, without having your number, they could call your phone, any one of your Facebook friends. And people have thousands of these. I have like over 1,000.
Huh.
And it's really weird. My buddy, Chris Keys from Paperwork, shout out.
Shout.
Was he just deleted his account. Well, actually, he scheduled it for deletion. They do like a 30-day thing where they don't actually delete it for 30 days, which obviously they don't have to do that. But, well, I guess maybe they have to do it. What the fuck do I know? But he was saying that some guy that he went to elementary school with, that he's just randomly friends on Facebook, butt dialed him a while back, and it's just like such a weird situation. It's like, why is this person calling me?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, dude, I don't know you.
It just opens up the door, you know?
Yeah, that. I never really thought about that, and you can do that. Now,
yeah, I haven't really thought about it until very recently either. These are just, you know, things.
Yeah. These
are questions.
And this is the sort of thing, like, if you were to tell our grandparents.
In the digital age, yeah.
If you were to tell our grandparents that, like, one day you're going to have something in your pocket to where everybody that knows you can contact you at any
anyone
given
that's
time.
Basically anyone that's ever met you or heard of you.
Yes, exactly.
If they're in your same circle of peers.
Exactly.
Can call you at a moment's notice. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Absolutely.
It's unnecessary, you know? I mean, if you have an email address, people should be able to get a hold of you. I will say that it's easier on Facebook, and there's definitely gigs that I've gotten through Facebook Messenger.
Oh, for sure. Like, there's so much networking that can be done, and that's the only reason that I'll never be able to get rid of it is just networking. But
maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
If you had someone that was, I don't know. I mean, that would be obviously different. Yeah. But like for me in a band, you know, if we had someone whose specific job it was to be the webmaster, then it would, you know, kind of take away my my role as that.
So we just grow old and become Dave Attell. Yeah,
that's the goal. Get a flip phone.
That's right. Dude, did you watch that whole thing? The Bumping
Mics is incredible, and I hope it comes back for a second collection. Holy fuck.
God, that was good.
Yeah.
Dave Attell, just hearing all, and I didn't know a lot about Dave Attell until they started like promoting this thing.
Really?
I just heard his name come up a lot.
I had always, like, since a kid, because he had that show Insomniac on Comedy Central, and that would be like really late at night. I think it was just a stand-up show. Yeah,
I've heard a lot about that, and a lot of people talk about that, but I never watched it.
No, I remember it being on when I was a kid.
Yeah. My connection to the comedian that not a lot of people are into that I got into when I was a kid was Doug Stanhope.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When Doug
Yeah.
Stanhope did this stand up, and that was back like when I was like 15 or 16, I just started drinking. He said, I believe that you should be able to get hammered ass drunk, take your driver's test, and if you can pass, then you should be able to legally drunk drive.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, man.
He's hilarious. Not a lot of popular opinions.
Oh, well.
but most
it's
comedians
great.
don't.
It's great that he exists, you know?
Oh yeah, show you that that's possible.
He's a
in the
fucking
world.
warrior
He
for
is.
free speech, you know?
But that's the goal. Get rid of all of this. Get rid of all of this nonsense. This computer that we have in our pocket, and get a
Yeah.
flip phone. Go back to the Razor. I'd rock a Moto Razor right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you really don't need all that shit. You know, it's nice
Yeah.
to have.
But life was fine before we had it.
And I've got a computer and Wi-Fi at my house, you know?
See you, Artillery. Appreciate you stopping by.
Hey man, thanks for everything. Thanks for your opinion.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I appreciate everyone hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Hanging out with us, you know.
Try to be as nice as possible to these people. They're here every day. They're here every time I go live.
That's great. That's incredible. That's your core.
yeah.
That's your core group.
Yep. Yep.
Got to build from ground up. You know?
Going back
grassroots.
Going back to something that I said earlier. Grass. Going back to something I said earlier. I don't. Too many people will get inside their own bubble, and they only pull information from inside that bubble, and that's so not wise. Like I feel like to properly assess or properly obtain an opinion, you should have to pull information from all sides of things. You know, because that's the only way you can get actual facts. And rather than something that's just catered to you, I really believe that having people who has differing opinions than I have is healthy. You know, and I don't. If somebody takes that to the extreme, then a quick unfollow is the easiest way to do that. You know, you don't have to unfriend somebody to not see their opinion all the time. Like, I'll still be your friend, but I just don't care to hear all that nonsense that makes me not want to be your friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy having a mixed batch. So how are things going for you, man? How's it going?
Great. Doing some gigs, man. We did that Funk Jam last summer.
Yeah.
At the Tin Roof in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Didn't end up working out for year 2
Yeah.
with Tin Roof. So actually, we're kind of exploring a few options. Tonight, we're going to be at Bourbon Street.
Ooh, Boyman Street.
Boyben for our first Funk Jam there.
Oh, shit.
I actually kind of need to promote that a little bit. Need to tell some people about it.
Do that.
Oh, yeah. Tonight, we're going to be at Bourbon Street. The Family Funk Jam is what we've been calling it, which is a name that we lifted
Hell yeah.
from our homies at Java in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's an homage. We didn't steal it. You know, I'll tell you right up.
Yeah.
They thought of it first. But it's the Family Funk Jam. It's a great name. And we're using it, you know.
What time does that kick off?
Like 9:30, maybe 10. We got
Nice.
Wade McMillan from Oracle Blue.
Oh,
We got
Wade.
McKinley Devilbiss from Oracle Blue. JP Taylor from Oracle Blue will be there
Yeah.
at
That's a hell of a rhythm section
at
plus JP.
Jesus. When's he going to be there? I don't know exactly when he's going to be there. He's working at the Pit tonight. So, people in Polly's, go to the Pit. Go give JP some money.
Yeah, give
People
JP
in
the money.
People in Myrtle, come see JP when he gets off work.
JP's a monster.
He's a bad motherfucker. I'm happy to call him my brother on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah,
And people believe it.
he is a bad motherfucker. Y'all do. Yeah, I can see that.
Man, we stand right next to each other on stage and play keyboards and
Yeah.
horns. It's great. I love JP.
That's good, man. Dude, Wade and McKinley. Wade and McKinley.
Wade, man. I've been playing with Wade since I was a kid. Since middle
Yeah.
school. Marching band.
Yep.
Drumline. He was the captain.
I shared this thing, this baseball thing.
Oh, and also Dan Simons, my soul brother from Paperwork,
Oh,
will
damn.
be on the 6th string.
I saw him at
danking
Walmart.
it up. He's gonna be singing some. Oh yeah, Walmart in Garden City.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I live right beside there too.
I saw him there the other day.
He lives literally like in the Walmart parking lot in this Garden City. Oh, sorry. Fuck. He lives close to Walmart, and I also live very close to Walmart.
Yeah.
But that's not too, you know.
Yeah.
I went a little too specific.
No,
there.
you're good.
Sorry, Dan.
No, we're good. I don't think we'll have any issues.
But he's gonna be playing the guitar, singing some. I'm gonna be singing, playing piano, saxophone. JP's gonna be singing some songs. Ronnie Coco from Wabi Sabi, my other band,
yeah,
will be there.
I saw. Shit, who was it? Who's the lead singer now? A Paperwork.
Chris Keys.
Okay, yeah, he was with Daniel the other night at Walmart.
I'm
so bad with
they're
names.
roommates.
I'm
They
so
got
bad
a
with
nice
names.
spot. Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. So yeah, you're gonna be doing the. Is that like just a rotating band that will?
Well,
basically like,
that was like the original idea, but it's kind of gotten to the point where it's that 5-piece. And Craig
Okay.
Sorrells plays with us sometimes.
Craig's good.
Craig's incredible, and I love Craig. And we don't really have any. Right now we're doing it pro bono, basically.
Yeah.
So I can't really afford to have all the musicians out that I would like
Yeah.
to.
But that's pretty cool though. That Bourbon Street is pretty good at like promoting
There's going to
that
be
style.
a voluntary donation.
Yeah, of time.
Oh well, of like if
Oh, I got you. Like if
yeah, for the people,
Oh yeah,
for the
okay.
fans.
Yeah,
you know, if you want to throw in some money at the door, you know, you can.
that's pretty cool.
You don't have to.
Churches call that a love offering.
Love offering, yes. Tithe.
Yeah, indeed, the love offering. But yeah, man, that's pretty badass. I just and to let everybody else in on this. Connor walked over to this piano earlier and started playing it like it hasn't been played in years, and I don't play this thing like that. Like I'm very meat and potatoes on piano, and he starts playing this thing. It's like, man, let's do a little jam at the end, and I was like, dude, I'm totally down for that. And I pick up the bass a little bit, and I realize I'm just so inadequate
No, you
musically
sound good, dude.
with you guys,
sound good.
man.
You got
Like,
a good pocket,
no, man, just
especially on the bass. I love playing bass.
bass is. I feel like to learn to play bass better makes you a better musician all the way around. And I play bass predominantly here. Like that's pretty much all I play at home, unless I'm like live. And I've even thought about just going live with the bass and just like, but I think that might not be as audibly pleasing to the non-musician listener than the acoustic guitar finger picking stuff, because you can kind of narrate your words musically, if you will. You know, like it's really, really easy to do that on acoustic. But yeah, man, y'all are just. And I really do believe that being in marching band and having that background, like, gave you that advantage over an ear player, which you also are.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's great playing with those guys.
best of both worlds, man.
It's great because, you know, like I said, me and Daniel and Chris and Wade were all in marching band together in high school, and I mean, it's just set those ties early on, and gets you used to playing with each other, you know. And it's interesting to see everyone's development.
Yeah.
It's really fun, man. And Paperwork's playing in Charleston this Friday with Johnny Richardson.
I saw that. I saw
who's
Johnny shared that.
our original drummer. Shout out to Johnny. We love Johnny.
Yep.
We love China.
In My Stuff
That's
podcast
Johnny's-
alum.
Yes. Which, we're going to be playing at Henry's on Market Street in Charleston
Nice.
this Friday the 29th. Also with James Hayden, who is Johnny's cohort from Nashville.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that name. I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, he's a awesome guitar player, singer, songwriter. I might be jamming with them some
Nice.
too. Also Johnny and James are going to be playing at Bourbon Street on Saturday and the Pit on Sunday. So
Hell yeah.
it's a family affair.
Now, you guys are playing with him also at the Pit on Sunday, correct?
This Sunday?
Was that, or did I misread that?
No.
Oh, no, with Paperwork is in
Paperwork is in Charleston.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
sorry.
doing good with them there. It's going to be great. And Paperwork's been practicing some this week. It's
That goes a
gearing
long
up for
way,
the
doesn't
summer,
it?
man. Oh, yeah.
Practice.
Especially if you do it once or twice a week, man. Oh, my God.
Man,
There ain't nothing like it.
I should do that.
Oh, my God. It's so great. Just
Start practicing.
Just do like 2 nights a week. Real chill, like 2 hours. You know, have
Yeah.
fun with it. Have fun with it. Learn some new songs. We're doing. We're gonna be playing some gigs this summer. Not a whole lot, but
Yeah.
we're doing like every other Sunday at House of Blues Deck.
That'll be a good gig. Those are
It'll be a
fun.
great gig, and we're gonna be doing some themed sets too. We're gonna be doing like all artists in one night.
That'll be cool.
You know,
Like
we'll do an all one big set of all one artist's great
awesome.
songs. Yeah, and we're still kind of fleshing that out right now. So I don't.
I've wanted to do that for a really long time, but like it's hard to do that when I hide behind this a lot where I say that we've got this reputation as the cover band now, and you sort of leave the house and you want to do all of these cool things. Like I would love to do just a Talking Heads set, or
Oh my God, that would be so cool,
or
dude.
just a Dead set, or just a Beatles. But
See, that's how I feel too. Like with the Unfaithful Servants, we do the band set,
yeah, man,
and that's great. And if we could like with the Servants specifically, like if we could learn enough Dead songs,
Oh, yeah.
or enough Beatles songs, where that could be like our thing.
Yeah.
you know, we show up at a venue, we play all band one set, all Dead one set, all
Yeah.
Beatles third set.
I would
you know?
love that, man.
And I think that's that's just something unique that like not as many bands around here do shit like that. you know?
Yeah, for sure. But and like I said, I would love to do that. But you walk into a room and you tell people that, okay, we're gonna do all Talking Heads this set, and they're like, 2 people in a room will be stoked, and everybody else.
Oh, yeah, you are
Like-
so right, man. Well, with Talking
Yeah.
Heads specifically, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
like it's
well-
good to go for something like
Beatles, or- yeah, man.
Stevie Wonder. The band
Yeah,
is
the
exactly
band.
how you just described
Yeah.
Talking Heads. There
Yeah.
might be one guy in the room, and
Yeah.
we literally play the whole set to that one guy.
I do the same thing, man. Find the one person that's into what you got going on, and you play to that person.
Yeah.
But they pick on me about that.
But that's where we are, man. That's what the town we're in is like.
Yep,
If
yep.
we were in a place where there was more specific audiences, like, well, it's kind of like that around here. But if there was more
Depends on where you
specific,
go.
there's more specific audiences where, like, someone came out specifically to see you,
Yes.
or to see what kind of shit that you're into.
Or if you promote it really, really good for like a month or so ahead of time.
Well, yeah, that's the kind of thing that we can do here, which is great.
yeah,
And then it's like the people who aren't into it, you can just kind of say, "Well, fuck them,"
yeah, right.
because
listen,
the majority of
we
people,
let you know.
majority of people aren't into it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
we told you. We told you what we were gonna do. I do that every now and again with solo stuff. Like if I'll like play a song by somebody and the last time it happened, it was Fleetwood Mac, and I played like because not a lot of people cover Fleetwood Mac around here.
Oh man, they should.
And I did like a couple of Fleetwood
should.
Mac songs, and this one table just went ape shit every time I did a Fleetwood
Oh,
Mac. So I
that's
was
great.
like, okay, so I'm just gonna. So if you guys like Fleetwood Mac, I got the best response out of that. I'm gonna do more of that, and I just did.
Yeah.
I finished out my set with like 3 or 4 Fleetwood songs.
That's great.
And like I don't think anybody else in the room gave a shit,
You don't
but
think
that one
any-
table did.
Definitely nobody was negatively impacted. Nobody
Yeah.
was like, "Oh man, this guy's played 4 Fleetwood Mac songs. Why doesn't
Right.
he switch it up?"
Yeah. Who gives a shit? And half of them don't care.
Dude, at Coastal Carolina, we did a Fleetwood Mac show a couple years back. It was actually it was Chicago and Fleetwood Mac
Oh shit! I don't know a lot about Chicago, but
at
Fleetwood.
at Pop 101. Shout out to Dan O'Reilly. I love you, Dan. You're a great guy. Dan O'Reilly is an incredible sax player. He plays every single Friday night, has been for the last 10 years at Trevinia and Market
Okay.
Common from 7 to 10. It's a great hang. Every time I'm off, I
Yeah.
always go and play, sit in. It's all jazz. UNI, Elegant Blues and Jazz. Beautiful.
Tom
Beautiful
Hanlon
band.
used to play up there. Mm-hmm. He used to.
Tom Hanlon, love that guy. I've known him since I was a little kid.
He's a monster.
Yeah, Tom's great, man. Yeah, he was like, when I went to church as a kid, my mom brought us to church because she didn't want us watching cartoons.
That's why.
But Tom Hanlon was a guitar player. So, my dad was a guitar player, and I saw Tom playing. So that's a lot of, like, my very early.
Oh, yeah.
Just seeing someone play an instrument is huge when you're a child.
Tom's a hell of a guy to hear when you're young.
Yeah. And he was just playing an acoustic with the choir.
Yeah.
And my dad played a lot of acoustic guitar around the house. And so that's,
that's how
that kind of
for
stuff
me, too.
seeps in,
It does, man. It gets in there and it doesn't leave. Mm-hmm. That's like embedded in your DNA.
Yeah.
And
then when you're old enough and you get one, it's just kind of like, oh, well, yeah, this is how it goes. This is how you do it. Because you've just watched those guys do it.
People freak out. People like to freak out, too. This, like, because I imagine that you were a lot like, you probably just picked it up and knew what to do with it.
I mean, as, sorta.
Yeah, same here. And like people freak out about stuff like that, and you're like, okay, well, whatever your dad did, or whatever your folks did around your house whenever you were growing up, I'm sure that came very easily.
If you had a dad that was always in the kitchen, cutting up spices and putting the right amount of, whatever, and into making great cooking, it wouldn't be that ridiculous to cut up a cucumber,
Right, whatever it is you grow up seeing, that's going to be very easily transferable in your own life.
Definitely.
So,
that's the same can go the negative way,
right? Absolutely.
With children who go through trauma and stuff. Which have you seen the movie Us yet?
No.
Oh my god, I just saw it last night. You got to go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
Did you see Get Out?
Yeah, I've seen Get Out.
Did you see it in theaters?
I didn't see it in theaters.
Dude. Please. Well, I mean, it's like it'll probably be in theaters for another month, but it's great.
Yeah, I'll try.
It's really good.
I usually have to wait if I go see something in the theaters. I have to wait.
Do you like horror movies?
I love horror movies
because I was never a fan. I was never a fan until recently, just because I started to get really into watching movies.
Oh man,
which came from The Sopranos.
So I started watching The Sopranos, but I realize that I'm going to like this too much.
Oh yeah,
it's going to take my life over.
Huge times suck.
It's going to take over my life, and I'm waiting for the right time.
For the right time when you're sick.
That and Game of Thrones. I haven't done the Game of Thrones yet either.
I'm not into fantasy,
and I know that. Like, I mean, I love Harry Potter. Like that's my
yeah.
Shit.
I liked it when I was a kid.
But still,
not knocking it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like Sopranos, I will be way too into that. But just go into movies, I get anxiety, man.
Do you?
Yeah,
yeah.
And just being in a crowded room with a lot of people that I don't know, and that's just not good for my brain,
dude. And if a movie is really good at suspense, it will get your heart rate up.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing you said about why you can't drink coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just feels like too familiar to a bad point in my life. Mm-hmm. But horror movies don't really get me like because I'm a horror movie guy. Like I really really enjoy horror movies. Like
dude, it's awesome. I just started watching horror movies. Honestly, Get Out was one of the first ones that I saw in theaters, and I was like, damn. This is incredible,
creepy.
Man. I'm sorry, I gotta get the bathroom.
No, do it, man. Do your thing.
Right back.
I'll utilize this time. We are a product of our environment, Smitty. I'll utilize this time to, if anybody wants to help us out a little bit, then they can go to our GoFundMe page and drop us something in there to up the podcast game a little bit. If you want, it's not necessary at all, but if you want to help out, there's a link to where you can do so. Appreciate Brother Michael Boney for subscribing, new subscriber today. We are up around, how many subscribers do we got now? 268, I believe that is. saying 267 now, but I believe I'd already opened this page up before Michael had clicked the subscribe thing. But anyway, yeah, if you guys want to help out at all, the GoFundMe thing. If you want one time or you think it's Smitty, you can drive it. I can meet you at your house. We can drive together. It's probably smarter since it's North Myrtle Beach. Figure that it'll probably take us 10 minutes to set up, 6:15. That'll get us there more than an hour early, probably. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 6:15 if you want to get there that early. But this is a 4-hour gig, so we're going to be there for a very long time. So just bear in mind. We get so spoiled, right? With I don't know if you guys get spoiled with the 3-hour gigs or the.
Man, all the gigs in Charleston are 3 hours.
And Seth Funderburk actually bitched me out one time. I was like, why is everybody complaining about fucking 4-hour gigs? And I was like,
that's what Seth said?
Yeah.
Well, because he doesn't have. Yeah. I don't want to talk about Seth. I love Seth. But, he has
6:30 is good to me.
He's hanging out.
Yeah.
He's hitting his pen,
Yeah, right. He is. He's like he's taking his time drinking Caucasians like the dude. But
mixing,
that's
turning on the effects.
Let's see that.
Turning on the effects. He's killing it. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's not, but he's not on stage. Just
Roll Tide.
Roll fucking Tide.
Roll fucking Tide. Roll fucking Tide.
I don't follow sports, but
that's fine. You can say Roll Tide.
You know the Steely Dan song, Deacon Blues.
Yeah, they call Alabama the Crimson
Tide. Do they
Tide.
play that at games at all?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that Alabama's as much of a Deacon Blues guy as they are.
I think a lot of people in Alabama know that song though.
For sure.
Because of that.
Yeah. Call Alabama the Crimson Tide. They call me Deacon Blues. Now 6:30 will be fine, Smitty. We can shoot 6:30. It'll get us there by.
So you're going to be in North Myrtle. What time do you get off? 12? Midnight o'clock. How long does it take you to get out of there?
Probably, I don't know. New place. Finding dollars. Half hour. 12:30, 12:45.
Yeah, we get done at 12:30 Bourbon. So
yeah, it'll probably be about then when we're pulling out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yeah,
pulling out. But yeah, I really want to I'm getting to the point where I want to do things. Like I want to go elsewhere and do things outside of my house.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea that I get when then I'm out and I've been stepping out a little bit lately, going down to Tito's. Just for a minute, and I mean this is small because Tito's is a home to me. So that's literally just going to my other house. So now if I get to the point where I can stay there for longer and train myself to go elsewhere outside of playing a gig, then I'm really trying to do more things and go see more shows because I don't think this year is going to be as busy as they have been in the past. At least it's not looking like it is right now because I feel like I have more gigs in January and February than I have in March. And that's odd, but yeah.
But I mean, you can use that as a opportunity to work on your podcast more.
Yeah, for sure. That's
build that.
Exactly what I'm doing. For every time I don't have a gig, I'm pretty much utilizing that time in the podcast. There may be a day or so that I'll go with where I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to leave the couch. I don't want to I want to watch all of season 2 of the OA and
all of season 5 of Parks and Rec.
All of season 5 of Parks. Season 5 strong.
Jesus. I just last night watched I think season 5 finale.
Which one was that?
That's where
they all blend together for me.
When it's where the concept is first introduced to recall Leslie from Office.
Oh, yeah.
Which really sets you think at first you're like, no, don't recall Leslie, but it really sets in emotion.
Yeah.
What has to happen at the end of this show, you know.
Oh man, dude, Parks and Rec there's nothing better than that.
And I saw you
Never
make a
will be.
post about Parks and Rec, and I was like, man, we gotta talk.
All right, dude, I'm game. I will talk any Parks and Rec you want to talk.
It's just, you know, it's just a great show, you know.
It really is. Now, I will suggest that if somebody wants to watch Parks and Rec, but they haven't yet, and they want to, and they're like, oh, they don't like the character development stuff. Season 2, episode 23
Wow.
is where,
Going in.
yes,
Is where it gets good.
Season 2, episode 23 is where Ben and
It's the very end of season 2 when Ben and Chris show
Ben
up.
and Chris show up. Chris, I couldn't remember his name. I was thinking Rob Lowe. I don't know why I
And
couldn't
as soon
remember
as
his
they
character
come
name.
in, and did you see that he was just on Marin?
Yes,
The other day?
yeah.
That was great.
I didn't listen to it yet. I haven't listened to a lot of Marin.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's different. Like
It's
he has
different.
no.
It's his own.
Yeah.
He has a different vibe than everyone else, kind of.
Yeah, he does. It's a lot different.
And that's how his stand-up is, too. Do you watch his stand-up at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Like he just comes out and just starts talking. Like there's no, hey, how's it going? There's no.
Yeah, it's a lot different from the traditional setup
No
punchline.
lube.
Yeah, no, it's just straight on, full penetration. you know?
Yeah, immediately and
Dry.
yeah, and I don't. I guess that's okay, but I don't know that I've ever watched one of his specials all the way through.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, I have a hard time.
He's got
doing
two
that.
of them on Netflix, and they're great.
Have you watched his other show, the weird show that?
Glow?
No,
Marin? His show?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
on IFC.
I don't like it quite as much as his stand-up, but his show's good.
He got President Obama to go to his garage,
His
so
garage,
like
yeah.
that's I don't know, that was pretty cool. I did listen to his Tim Blake Nelson episode. I like Tim Blake Nelson a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so episode 23 of season 2 is where
That's
Ben and
where
Chris show up.
where the ensemble cast is complete.
Yeah, that's where the cast is complete. And
Because
it's so
they were
perfect.
kind of messing around, didn't really know what they were doing at very first. They
Yeah,
had
for
a few
sure.
characters that they needed to get
Yeah.
rid of, and a few characters that needed to be more integral.
Absolutely. And,
And that's
spoiler
how-
alert,
that's
by
how
the
a
way,
lot of
spoilers.
that's how a lot of shows are, dude. I mean, if you haven't gotten up to season 3 of Parks and Rec, then
yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
at this
right. What are you
point?
doing with your life? So
If you're a comedy fan, you know, if you're a
Absolutely.
sitcom fan, and those I feel like were the last great sitcoms, and it's not even really a sitcom. It's like The Office started. It's like Office, Parks and Rec did the
mockumentary.
mockumentary style,
Yep.
and I feel like that was really like the last heyday of like network TV shows.
Absolutely. I don't think that like this Big Bang Theory, like situational stuff, like Seinfeld is the only one that can do that. Mm-hmm. Make a show literally about nothing and make it funny.
Yeah.
Like I just like, and I don't really care much for the How I Met Your Mother and the Big Bang Theory and stuff like that. Like it didn't do it for me.
I didn't really get into any shows besides Parks and Rec and The Office.
Yeah, and those are the only ones worth it. But
Oh, and
yes,
30 Rock was really good when it was on.
30 Rock was
like
great.
that a lot.
30 Rock was great.
It's-
I recently watched that.
I feel like the rewatch value. I played it out when I was younger,
Yeah.
so I guess that's different. That's a great show too.
It is. But there's no show that has as much rewatch value as Parks and Rec. That
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
it's so
constantly, anytime that you're like, I don't want to decide, I don't want to think, Parks and Rec goes on and that eliminates all. The only thing that only qualm I have with Parks and Rec at all is that they don't give you 6 episodes instead of 3 before you get the continue watching option because they're so short on Netflix.
What? So it only gives you 3 episodes?
You get 3 episodes and you have to hit the continue watching
I
thing.
noticed that
wanted
last night.
I just wanted to keep going. Like, give me 6
and so
episodes.
you're saying other
On short
shows,
episodes.
other shows will do 6 episodes before it hits that?
No, but just that one is so short that I believe that they should take shorter episodes and give you more
okay.
episodes at a time. Or
Hopefully
maybe
Ted
after.
Sarandos is listening
Yeah, right. That's the CEO?
of Netflix.
There you go. Listen to this. If you want some information, I understand that you don't want to cut the continue watching option off because that slows down the network for other people who want to watch. But by all means, if it's Sherlock I don't mind hitting continue watching. Have you watched Sherlock?
Nah.
Dude.
What is that's pretty real. It's like
Yes.
an intense show.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it's hard for me to get
Dude.
into the dark stuff.
It's not necessarily
I mean-
as dark as it is just fucking great.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman's chemistry
Oh yeah, it's really
is
British.
unlike anything else.
It's really good.
It's
I'll check it
so
out.
good, man. Just watch one episode, and
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, and they're super long. Like every episode is like an hour.
See, that's the other thing that turns me off
Hour and a
about,
half, maybe.
about new dark shows.
yeah,
It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch 20 episodes, 20 hours. That's like almost
Yeah.
a whole day of my life.
well, see, and it's
know?
not. There's only like 3 episodes a season because every episode is like a movie. Every episode is a movie. Like it's only like an hour and a half. So there's 3 episodes a season. There's 3 seasons. There's literally 6 of these things, pretty much. Dude, they're so good. I can't describe how good they are. But if I'm watching Sherlock and it's like an hour and a half, sure, give me 2 episodes before you ask me to continue watching. But for Parks and Rec, I feel like we need a little bit more. And if you start watching there at the beginning of, or the very end of season 2, you get to see April and Andy actually fall in love and that story come together.
Yes.
And they're one of the greatest love stories of TV history. Mm-hmm. And also Leslie and Chris, or Ben and Chris and Ann. Like everybody gets everything ends up perfectly. Everybody gets their happy ending.
Yeah.
And old Tom Haverford from the great Bennettsville, South Carolina.
Tom Haverford. Hey, man, it's dirty what they did to him.
It is.
And they like people equate people. Man, I reading just like tone deaf articles just like really turns me off. Like I saw this.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who the subject was, but it was just talking about how men, certain like men who have been accused
Yes.
are starting to get jobs again. And then it's like, they're like, even comedians, Louis C.K. and Aziz Ansari have started to work again. It's like, dude, you can't put those two guys right beside each other.
And not only that, Louis asked every person that he did this to if he could do this before he did this.
That's consent.
I know that it's not exactly cool, but it's consent. And Aziz, I read the whole text conversation that the girl posted. And from everything that I read, he was like, "I'm sorry, I guess I misread the situation. I apologize." Whatever.
Yeah. And I mean, the fact that they're putting those guys in the same category as like Kevin Spacey or like freaking Bill Cosby
or Weinstein.
Like it's fucking ridiculous.
Or Ryan Adams for that. For that
and
matter.
what he did was wrong too, man. All
Yeah.
these guys did fucked up shit, but like they didn't all like drug and rape women.
Yeah, Aziz Ansari did none of that. Like it seemed like what he did was consented, and then when he realized
bad social skills is what I read it as.
Maybe so,
and maybe just he's an asshole, which is not a crime.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's none of this is out of the realm of possibilities. But I just think that maybe, I don't know, his situation of how he responded, like, I'm really sorry, I guess that I misread the situation. I can understand that. And that's sort of like fucking, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, I don't want anything to do with that part of the world or that whole aspect of situation. So I just stay by my fucking self. I come home and I get on the fucking couch, and that's easier than dealing with. Hell yeah, that's easier than dealing with what potentially could happen or somebody could say. But anywho, you say that you're going to be at the Grand Boyban Street. The Grand Boyban
tonight.
Street
I'll probably be there hanging out on Saturday night when Johnny and James are playing.
Yeah.
Johnny Richardson of Pawleys Island, South Carolina.
Johnny Richardson. Sorry I gave you the bad microphone last time, Johnny. We'll have next time you get here, last
time we were on the podcast was talking about a live stream that we did.
Yep.
on December 26th. And in a lot of ways, that podcast where we talked about it went a lot better than the actual show went.
How so?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of something that we realized like the day after it. Man, it's just like, I don't want to speak about anyone or speak for anyone, but there just like wasn't as much planning as we should have put into it. And, it was just kind of a thing where, like, sometimes you think stuff's just going to kind of fall into place. Sometimes it just doesn't, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm one of those that shoot from the hip, and it doesn't always work.
Uh-huh.
But I do that in every aspect.
Yeah.
Except for this, maybe. This is the only thing that's outside of that.
You feel control. You have control over.
Yeah, but like this thing, like we there's not really anything you have to rehearse. Like you don't have to practice having a conversation.
Exactly.
We do that for the 10, 15 minutes before we go live. Mm-hmm. And I think that breaks the ice or whatever. But yeah, outside of this, I don't plan anything else. Like I just shoot from the hip. I just
go. And I mean, it's not like we didn't plan it. It's just like it was just a little. It was just real ambitious, and maybe. It definitely didn't go as well as we'd hoped. But that's failure, man. I mean, that's life. That's like I'll know that next time we do one, it's going to take a lot more effort.
Yeah,
and I'll put more into it. And I mean, I'm glad that we did it. It's better to do something and fail at it than not even try. Yeah,
and it's worth that, I would say. Just to have
definitely the failure was great. It didn't feel good at the time.
Not necessarily worth the failure, I mean, but it's worth the experience points.
Exactly, the XP points. That's right.
Yeah, it's worth the experience points. Which, I mean, I watched it. I thought everything went well.
Yeah, I mean, there were some issues.
But I actually think I recorded the whole thing. I think I might have it recorded.
Well, we can check that out later. If you've got it recorded, that means maybe we can cut out some of the bad parts.
I think I do have the entire thing recorded on here, if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't remember that until just now.
We'll take a look at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so we're going to try to do more stuff like that. I mean, we were trying to do it. We were trying to have all these bands, and really we realized what we should be doing is just focusing on, like, one band or, like, one artist, like a solo artist. I'm going to try going on airplane mode.
No, it's fine. It's happened a lot when might be me, shit.
But yeah, we're just gonna focus on, maybe do one band, have like an acoustic act open up.
Yeah.
And just focus on original music, man. And that's something that we've been working on a lot. I'm trying to with all my projects, just like record more, write a lot.
Yeah.
In 2019.
Same here. I want to write a little more.
Yeah, you should write, man. You should put out like a solo EP.
Yeah, well, I write a lot.
I know you got
already.
songs.
And yeah, I've actually
or even
probably
with the band.
I've actually probably got enough, and we're gonna do a band album too. But I 100% am gonna do just a strip down my songs, like 'cause that's just my style. Like I've always been the one guitar, one voice. And that's sort of my thing. And the first album I ever recorded was that. And, like, I'm definitely going to do that. But it's just, every time I think about it, I'm like, okay, I think about everything that it takes to do it. And I'm just like, I'll start it later. Oh. It's like it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I feel you. And, I mean, obviously you've got all the gear to do it here. But it's always good to work with someone else on a project. If you ever want to come by, man, we can just do some takes, do some like real, like you said, strip down, do like a couple of takes of each song. Dude, we could literally do that. We could go do that after this. If you wanted to. I mean, I'm not saying we should. I'm just saying we literally could.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got mics already set up because I was recording drums the other day.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, 100% I do need to do that. We'll talk about that a little more.
Yeah, just let me know, man. Anytime you've got like a month that's not that is busy.
Yeah,
like you said, wasn't.
Yeah,
that's
it's
kind of
not.
where you're at, right?
That's where I'm at right now, man. Because I got 2 gigs this week. I was only gonna have 1 gig this week, but tonight was a last
pickup.
week thing. Yeah, so like we finally we just got that gig last week for tonight. So yeah, it was only gonna be a 1 gig week. And
Yeah,
plus,
I've had a bunch of those this year.
yeah, plus I had like 0 solo gigs this month, and then solo gigs are like my bill money usually. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Like solo gigs are that's what I pay my bills with and shit. But I got like 5 or 6 next month, so that's fucking good. You want to jam a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to rap,
We got I figure we got probably about another 10 or 15 minutes before I reach the hour and a half point.
cool.
So we can. I like to try to keep it somewhere around there. Here recently, I've been noticing that like in my
Your viewership drops off at
immediately,
a certain point
immediately, yeah,
after
like
90 minutes.
pretty much, and not really like. I've just been studying my analytics a little bit and just watching. Like some folks will just let it play the entire time, but for the most part, like after about an hour, and I like to give 15 minutes on either way of a cool down and a warm up as far as in the beginning and the end. But yeah,
Well, do you want to try to hook up this piano?
yeah. Let's try that. Let's try that. All right, guys. Let's see if we can do this. Now the input is underneath.
Under the thing?
Yeah. Somewhere under there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I wrap that thing up an annoying amount of times.
Aux out, I guess is what?
Or
phones.
Who knows? I'm not sure. I've
Probably
honestly never really
phones.
used it.
I guess at this point. Oh, no, it's got volume on.
Let's see. I'm actually gonna use this instead of bass. Oh, it won't be better.
I don't know. Are you gonna play guitar?
Well,
I thought
bass
you
is
could
already hooked up.
You just play acoustic and you don't even have to hook anything up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Good
that's
idea.
good.
Look at you. The good ideas.
Okay.
Half steps off to a capo.
So it is the piano.
Yeah.
It's not just a speaker. That's cool though.
Well, I got a little.
Here, I'll try it through the other output. What you want to play now?
Doesn't matter to me.
Or you want to jam? You want to jam one of your songs?
You can. Doesn't matter.
If you want to, let's try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get anything over here and
Yeah.
to that one.
Sorry.
Are you good?
That's some heavy metal electric piano for you guys.
What
Whatever you want to do, man. Sing one of yours or.
trying to think of what would be a good one.
Try to find a beat. so weird.
It's awesome though.
Oh, that's a little funky. Can you hear that? Yeah, what was that you were trying to say again?
Just pick a key.
You pick one.
I'd rather you pick. Because I want you to. I can keep up with you on this probably.
Sounds like there's a key in there. Too loud.
Not at all. Yep, that'll work. Nice.
Which episode was this for you?
Number 119.
119, baby.
119, baby. That's right.
Oh yeah, man.
All right, brother Connor Mills. Good jams.
Thank you for having me, dog.
Thank you for being here, dog.
I love this whole scene that you've created. It's awesome.
I love this. I love you being willing to be a part of this whole scene that I have attempted to. Let's see, how do we say it? Oh yeah, that's the old school. That's the old school guest chair.
The scene already exists, but you're just trying to. You're trying to show the world.
I'm just trying to water this. I'm just trying to water this crop, man.
Yeah,
just trying to water this crop.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's awesome what you're doing.
Well, I really appreciate it. It's awesome what you're doing, man, and I love you being a part of it, and I appreciate you. So, YouTubers, hang tight for just a second. Audio folks, count that as your outro music. I love you. I mean it. Be good people. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. And if you swatted me, fuck you.
Yes, don't get swatted, guys.
Yeah, do your best not to. Stay middle of the road.
Hopefully,
that still won't work.
No. Fuck that. Hopefully soon, they'll protect against this and it won't be happening as much. So
yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna happen, guys.
Yeah, well.
Talk real and go live, and you might get swatted, but that's part of the game.
Damn the man. Fuck the system. Go live. Go stream.
God
do
damn
your
the
thing.
Man.
Do your thing. All right. Peace,
Thank you,
bitches.
Kelsey.
Thank
Peace.
you, Connor. All right, YouTubers, hang tight for just a second here. Let me get this intro done here. All right, let's see here. Hey, guys. How you living? Are you doing well? Good. Glad to hear that. In this episode, my buddy Connor Mills stopped by to talk about all sorts of new things going on in the world and just random topics. It was a good talk. Really good talk. And we did a little jamming at the very end on some interesting notes. He's got this really cool little drum machine thing that's fucking awesome. But we did a lot of really cool shit, and I'm not going to give you any spoiler alerts. We talk about a lot of cool shit, so just stay tuned. So anyway, and let's see. Please go to facebook.com/MI Stuff Podcast. Please go to Instagram at MI Stuff Podcast on Instagram, at MI Stuff Podcast, the number 1 on Twitter. Follow us there. Please go do all of that. Like all of the things. Share all of the pages. Do all of that shit. Please share the YouTube page. Share links to this video. Share links to Apple Podcasts. Go subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us on Spotify if that's your thing. Also, Google Play, I'm pretty sure. I think we're on Google Play. So please do all of that. Do all of the things. Share all of the things. Go to mistuffpodcast.com. Check out the blog. I will be at OD Arcade or OD Pavilion. I can't remember what it's called. OD something tonight. And Connor's actually going to be at Bourbon Street tonight. So stop by one of those places for sure if you catch this before 8 for me and around 9:30 for Connor at Bourbon Street. So catch us before then. Feel free to stop by and do some listening. So like all the pages, subscribe to the YouTube account, Kelsey Hudgens. And I think that's all I got for you. Yep, that's all I got for you. All right, guys, without further ado, episode number 119 of MI Stuff Podcast featuring Connor Mills. Enjoy, motherfuckers. All right, YouTubers, click the links that I'm going to put at the bottom of the page. They're not there right now if you're watching live, but they will be. Thank you guys for watching. All the live folks, thanks for hanging out. Love you, mean it. Enjoy your day and be a good fucking person. Peace, bitches.